Mr. Jeremy Ong, Chairman of Verdant Solar Holdings Berhad, Mr. Zach Lim, Managing Director of Verdant Solar Holdings Berhad, Mr. Chiu Sing Guan, Managing Director of Mercury Securities, and also joining us today, all the staff and friends of Verdant Solar and folks at Berhad Malaysia, members of the board, employees of Verdant Solar Berhad, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to you and very warm welcome to Berhad Malaysia. Before I start, I had Mr. Chiu close the words to make sure that you get here in time. On behalf of the exchange, I'm delighted to welcome all of you here today to celebrate the successful listing of Verdant Solar Berhad on the ACE market of Berhad Malaysia. Our heartfelt congratulations to the board of directors and management and employees of Verdant Solar Berhad. Your listing today marks the 44th listing for this year, a step forward towards the Berhad's target of 60 for 2025. We're encouraged by the strong IPO momentum thus far, and we will remain steadfast in fostering a robust IPO pipeline through facilitative regulatory policies, whilst maintaining the same rigorous process in review and approval. The step that you have taken is no small feat by any means. It's a significant milestone, the result of unwavering dedication and relentless commitment to strategy and vision to realize today as a reality. Berhad Malaysia is delighted to welcome another renewable energy company, a growing family amongst the list of PLCs listed in Berhad Malaysia. This aligns perfectly with the recent Budget 2026, which reaffirms the government's commitment towards achieving 70% of renewable energy capacity by 2050. Together with another 115 million ringgit allocated to the National Energy Transition Fund, Verdant Solar will further strengthen the company's strategic position to shape a cleaner, brighter future, and Berhad Malaysia is honored to be your strategic partner in this journey. I would also like to take the opportunity to congratulate Verdant Solar Holdings Berhad on achieving an impressive oversubscription rate of 39.6 times for their IPO. The strong investor interest is a testament to market confidence in the company's fundamentals and growth prospects, and more importantly, the leadership and optimism in the renewable energy sector. Please join me in giving Verdant Solar a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, with a mission to make Verdant Solar solution accessible to everyone, Verdant Solar's group has not only illuminated homes and soon-to-be homes amongst all of you here who have not have on their business solution, they have actually facilitated happy customers across the nation. It has also inspired a movement towards a cleaner and more sustainable future. The group has built a track record as an EPCC contractor of solar PV systems since its inception 10 years ago, and has accumulated an installed capacity of 78.69 megawatt of peak capacity. This demonstrates the group capabilities in solar power PV projects. This milestone we are about to witness will further include Verdant Solar's growth opportunities, enhancing its capability and capacity as a public listed company, with IPO proceeds primarily aimed to expand its business to drive towards a competitive advantage. Now, with the debut today, Verdant Solar will enter the ACE market with a market capitalization of 253.5 million ringgit, based on an enlarged issue share capital of 817 million shares at an IPO price of 31 cents per share. To the board and management of Verdant Solar, transitioning to a PLC not only brings greater visibility, but also heightened responsibilities and expectations that comes with it. It's no small burden. It's something that the board would need to recognize its role as a compass, a guiding strategy, promoting good governance, and sustaining stakeholder trust, and has never been more critical for each of you to embrace, to be the Northern Star for your investors and yourselves. For the board to lead with clarity, we encourage you to embrace transparency, ask bold questions, foster a culture where diverse perspectives drives good business decisions. In this regard, I commend Verdant Solar for its well-balanced board, with at least half the board comprising of independent directors and women directors as well. We believe that a diverse perspective contributes meaningfully to robust decision-making and sustainable growth. In just a few moments, the hitting of the iconic gong will echo through the listening gallery. making Verdant Solar's entry into the public market and joining more than 1,000 other PLCs of Bursa Malaysia. Once again, congratulations to the leadership and employees of Verdant Solar on this achievement, and thank you for choosing Bursa Malaysia.
Thank you, Mr. Loh, for the opening remarks. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it is my pleasure to invite Mr. Lim Hao, Managing Director of Verdant Solar Holdings Berhad, to deliver his speech. Mr. Lim, the stage is yours.
Hello and very good morning. It's my first time step in Bursa, Malaysia, and happy that Mr. Leong Simei, Director of Origination and Listing Bursa Malaysia, Mr. Jeremy Ong, Independent Non-Executive Chairman of Verdant Solar Holdings Berhad, Ms. Ng Helmi, Non-Independent Executive Director of Verdant Solar, Mr. Kizawi, Non-Independent Executive Director and Chief Operating Officer of Verdant Solar, Ms. Gita Kandia, Ms. Po Yi Meng, Mr. Fadli Riza bin Ramli, Independent Non-Executive Director of Verdant Solar, Mr. Chiu Sing Guan, Managing Director of Mercury Securities in Berhad, key senior management of Verdant Solar, our dedicated Verdant Solar team who has been with us since we embarked on this journey and made this milestone possible, our supportive business partner and value associate, our friends from Bursa Malaysia, my brother and sister in Christ, members of the media, supportive family and friends, and distinguished guests. On behalf of Verdant Solar Holdings, thank you for joining us today when we embark this wonderful journey in Bursa Malaysia today. Today marks a major milestone as we debut on the ACE market of Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad. This listing represents a significant step forward for Verdant Solar as one of the Malaysia's top residential solar EPCC contractors. Since we incorporated in 2015, we began with trading of solar ventilation system. In 2019, we take a big step to venture into EPCC of solar business. And I think today, what we have today is because of the steps that we've taken by them. And in 2019, in 2022, we expanded our presence by growing our branch in Penang and Johor. And in 2023, we broadened our business activity to include after-sales O&M services. Each of these milestones reflect our team's commitment to progress, innovation, and excellence. And today, this year in 2015, we continue that journey with our listing on the ACE market of Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad. At every step, our mission has been clear, which is to reduce the burden of electricity bill through world-class solar solutions that enable sustainable living while delivering the best customer experience. Guided by our purpose to make the world cleaner and better place to live, we remain dedicated to making solar accessible to everyone. This commitment has earned us recognition in the Malaysia Board of Records for achieving the most home installed in a year for the past 3 years. We are excited by the encouraging response to our IPO, which was oversubscribed by almost 40 times. With strong support from our investors, the 44 million that we are going to raise through this IPO will be utilized to establish a branch in Kuantan, Melaka, Ipoh, and also expansion through strategic investment, merger and acquisition, enhancement of digital infrastructure, and also working cap and listing-related expenses. With Malaysia intensifying its effort to diversify electricity generation through renewable and sustainable sources, the demand for solar PV system is set to grow, creating greater opportunity for Verdant Solar. Backed by strong fundamentals, growth potential in the residential property markets, and government-initiated solar programs, we are confident that today's listing marks the beginning of the bright future of the company. Ladies and gentlemen, we are truly grateful for all the support we have received so far. Despite the challenges along the way, today listing is not the end, but the beginnings of the new journey. 7 years ago, I'm still alone in the company, and today we are here. I really want to take this opportunity to thank the team that really make this possible. Thanks to the Verdant Solar family. Without you guys, I don't think we are possible to do this together. But today also reminds ourselves that this is just a beginning. we have to continue to do our best to create values to our customers, and probably today talking about create value to our investors also, on the good way. On behalf of Board of Directors, I would also like to extend our sincere thanks to Bursa Malaysia, led by Mr. Leong and all the authorities who guided us through this process. Our appreciation also goes to Maturity Securities Sdn Berhad, led by Mr. Chu, who is our IPO Principal Advisor, sponsor, sole underwriter, and also sole placement agent. Finally, to our investors, thank you for believing in our vision and potential. We remain committed to the values that have defined us since day one, and we will work hard to repay the trust we have placed in us. And lastly, I would really want to thank someone that is not with us today. It's my belated pastor that really give me a lot of encouragement and also a lot of advice since we started the business, which is late Pastor Tim. He's a spiritual father to me. He's really give me a lot of advices, and today he's really wanted to thank him for advices that he has given to me. And one of the things that he keep reminding me is that whatever that I do it with all my heart. And he always reminds me of whatever that I would make any decision, seek the heart. He always asks me what's in your heart, and today I want to use that to remind myself and also to remind my teams that whatever that we do, we have to flow from our heart, because that is the right thing to do. And with that, I want to thank you everyone for having us today, and thanks for Bursa for giving us this opportunity to be listed in this ACE market. Thank you so much everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Lim, for a remarkable speech. I'm sure that today marks the beginning of an exciting chapter for Verdant Solar Holdings Berhad, and we eagerly look forward to the accomplishments that lie ahead. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, before we move to the highlight of today's proceedings, please allow me to give you some brief updates on the market and trading information on Verdant Solar Holdings Berhad. Verdant Solar Holdings Berhad will debut on the ACE market of Bursa Malaysia, bearing stock code of 0373 and stock shortname of Verdant. Verdant Solar Holdings Berhad will be listed under the energy sector of the ACE market of Bursa Malaysia. At 9 a.m. sharp, Verdant Solar Holdings Berhad will strike the gong, indicating the trading has begun. To mark this historic moment, may I have the pleasure of inviting onto the stage and have the honor of hitting the gong Mr. Jeremy Ong, Chairman of Verdant Solar Holdings Berhad, Mr. Lim Zhe-Hao, Managing Director of Verdant Solar Holdings Berhad. At the same time, we are accompanied by other VIPs, Ms. Eng Tiao Min, Mr. Yi Zihui, Ms. Gita Kandia, Ms. Ho Yi Ming, Mr. Chiu Sing Wong, and Mr. Eric Chong Su Ping. Mr. Tan, I would also like to invite the colleague from Market Operations to join us on the stage and provide an overview on the share price movement as showcased on the screen behind me.
Currently, we have 7 orders. One of these represents the share. This is 71,000. Buy and 165. And then on the other side, you have 3 orders to sell at 1 cent. So, yeah, but it won't be matched at that price. The computer algorithm will calculate and likely open at 5 cents. But this one will be still 9 o'clock where people doing orders and controls. 9 o'clock sharp, hit the goal, matching and all the prices. And then you can see the changes high and stable for the day. The percentage of the day.
Sekarang buat gila kita yang itu dia buat video tu lah pun selain
Yeah. I think it's quite standard for all the
sekarang kau Pak.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's 8:37 a.m. We're only 3 minutes away from 9 a.m. So everyone who just come over here to the stage, find a right spot, bringing your camera and a notebook to celebrate this wonderful moment that Mr. Captain Harry so delivered to Solar Holdings Berhad. And don't forget, join us for the countdown later. So for all the guests on the stage, as we're going to start, I would like to invite our guests to a group photo before comments for the countdown. Mr. Ong and Mr. Lee, Mr. Jeremy Ong and Mr. Lee may hold your banner. Just stand by for the photo sessions only, but we want to hit the door. We can have our cameraman stand by for some good photo before comments for the countdown. Time is ticking. It's now 8:58 a.m. and we are only 2 minutes away from striking the goal. Please feel free to step forward and take photographs for this wonderful momentous occasion. Let's look at the cameraman. He comes up to the camera. As you can see, the time is ticking. So later on my count will count down for 10 seconds. Please join me for the countdown later. So Mr. Jeremy and Mr. Lee, later at 9 a.m. sharp, you can hit the goal as many times as you like to commemorate this wonderful moment for the Solar Holdings Berhad. But just stand by. Few more photo sessions before we commence the countdown. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 8:59 a.m. We are only less than 1 minute away from striking the dawn. Please be on standby and join me for the countdown later. So once again, at 9 a.m. sharp, Mr. Jeremy and Mr. Lee will keep many times as you like on the ground to commemorate this wonderful moment. As you can see, time is ticking. We are very close to the 9 a.m. Please be on standby. And ladies and gentlemen, the moment you have all been waiting for. We have just moved away from the of 9 a.m. Ready to join me for the countdown? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes. The last time I came
Look, let me pull for you. Because this one. And a very good morning, fellow investors. Welcome to KleverStock. My name is Wanizul Islam. I'm reporting live from Bursa, Malaysia, where the excitement is real. Verdant Solar Holdings Berhad has officially made their debut on the ACE market of Bursa, Malaysia today. That's right, the moment has finally arrived. Just moments ago, the ceremonial gong was struck at 9 a.m., marking Verdant Solar's entry into Bursa, Malaysia's ACE market. Now, here's a little bit of the latest news. Okay, I'm looking at the stock page right now. They've got a stock code of 0373 with the name Verdant, Verdant. They had a reference price of 31 cents and now they opened on a high at 37 cents, which is at least a 17.74% change, a really good uptake on this stock. Okay, they opened at a high of 37.5 cents with only a low of 36 cents, which is a good sign. All in the green right now, nothing in the red. About the quantity, the volume is about 120 million plus, with a valuation of about over 59 million ringgit plus. Not a lot of changes, but I'm hoping that this quantity is definitely really good for the investors out there. Now, a little bit about this company's oversubscription rate earlier. Verdant Solar Holdings Berhad, they're a solar solutions provider. They attracted overwhelming investor interest ahead of the listing today on Bursa Malaysia, with its IPO oversubscribed by 39.6 times. Now, the company received about 16,737 applications for about 1.66 billion shares, far exceeding the 40.88 million shares offered to the public. Now, Verdant Solar said the Bumi Putra portion was oversubscribed by 33.7 times, while the non-Bumi Putra portion drew even stronger demand at 45.5 times. All 25 million shares that were reserved for eligible directors, employees, and also contributors were fully subscribed, while private placements involving 76.11 million new shares and 73.59 million existing shares to selected investors were also fully taken up. Now, Verdant Solar's IPO, priced at 31 cents per share, that was the original price. It was aiming to raise 44 million ringgit, but definitely right now, looking at the board, they've definitely exceeded expectations for that regard. And now the value of the company is about 253 million ringgit after or post-listing. Now, what will the proceeds be used for? The proceeds will be channeled towards business expansion, including the establishment of a new branch office in Malacca, Kuantan, and Ipoh. Very, very good. Strategic investments also will be used, and acquisitions, and also enhancements to its digital infrastructure, such as the ERP and the CRM systems, as well as their own Verdant Home app. Managing Director Lindsay Howe, he said that the IPO marks a major milestone in Verdant's decade-long journey since its founding in 2015. In a quote, he said, "From our beginnings as a small solar installer to becoming a trusted end-to-end solutions provider, this IPO gives us the platform to sustain and also accelerate our growth. With the upcoming solar ATAP program expected to drive demand for solar installations next year, we're ready to seize the opportunities ahead," he said. So, Mercury Securities is the principal advisor of sponsor, sole underwriter, and also the placement agent for this IPO. Now, we're going to be heading towards the press conference to get the reactions from the upper management, of course, Mr. Howe himself, on such a great start to the morning for him. That's all the info I have for you regarding the listing ceremony for Verdant Solar Holdings Berhad. We'll be headed back to the studio soon, and have a wonderful Wednesday hump day, middle of the week. We got about 3 more days left until the weekend. So thank you so much for joining us on this live stream for the Ace Market listing ceremony of Verdant Solar Holdings Berhad on here at Berhad, Malaysia in Kuala Lumpur. We're heading over back to studio for more KleverStock content. Enjoy your day. Thank you very much.